switching to the scene of me. Music just turned down. Hallelujah. Hello, people. Good morning. I hope you are all doing well and that you are all blessed and that you are all feeling healthy. What does Eli say? Healthy above all else. Um, what a great guy that guy is, huh? 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 Clap your hands for Eli. Huh? Is that corny or what? I don't care. I'm a corny kind of guy. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm a corny kind of guy. Katie, how you doing? My golf balls annoy. Always good to see you here. My golf balls annoy, like longtime supporter, all the way back to the beginning of Sheep Show. I don't know how long I've been around. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. But I remember your name going all the way back to the beginning. My golf balls annoy. Pleasure to have you in here. What are we talking about today? I really don't know. Because unlike yesterday, where I tried to prep for 3 hours and I just got frustrated and I said, fuck it, I'll do it live. Um, Today, I just jumped on here because I wanted to cover something here that I think needs to be covered. But actually, let me fill in some time here. Fun loving couple says long, long time sheep. And I think what she meant to say, or he meant to say, is me love you long time and me love you long time too. Lily, nice to have you in here. Pleasure. Very, 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 it's very pleasurable. Thank you all for being very pleasurable and pleasuring me. I just want to thank you all for pleasuring me today with your presence, with your presence, with your presence. Um, how do I do this? Let me do this here, and then let me go. Okay, so one moment, please. We have operator error here. Let me get this on for you here. Did I click out of my stream? Is that what I did? Am I that dumb? Probably. I probably am that dumb. No, there I am. I found me. I found me. Lily, thanks for being here. Katie says I went to the police department in LA County with a white cane and questioned the captain in charge. Excellent question, Katie. We need to be putting this question to them because you are definitely, I think you're around my age, and you are definitely around the age of being able to. Um, you're definitely around the age of being able to commit assault with a deadly weapon uh, without any consequences. But check this out. This is why we're here today. In a very short period of time, actually 5 minutes and 58 seconds. Thank you, 951 News Now. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. My golf balls noise says Patreon on my other channel. Do you have a channel? I'm going to check it out. I didn't know you had a channel and a Patreon. I'm going to have to go investigate that. But this artard here called DOA, I know many of you, most of my followers are involved in the 1A community, and I recently fell in a giant puddle of shit called the SP protesters. I call them the SP cult. And what they are is they're people that protest the Church of Scientology. And basically anybody that doesn't ride their nuts, all of their nuts, because they really are a cult. Anybody that doesn't ride all of their nuts, they immediately start to try and assassinate your character. They try and dox you, which they have. And they've tried to assassinate my character. They've tried to dox me. They've tried to threaten me. They called a guy named Crackhead Kenny, a.k.a. Kunta Kente, aka Kiki. They called him out of retirement to come and threaten everybody. And boy, that man is one scary looking dude, man. That guy is one scary looking Asian. I don't know if you've ever seen Crackhead Kenny, but that is one scary looking Asian. Then you run the risk of Dodge putting his overweight, morbidly obese dog on you. And no, I Patreon Sheep Show on 1-2 channels, I think. Oh, well, cool. Cool. Thank you. Then you have Dodge trying to put his morbidly obese dog on you, but I got to rethink maybe talking shit about Dodge because it does look like Dodge might be trying to extend an olive branch and kind of squash this juvenile bullshit that we have going back and forth. And I admit, I'll raise my hand. Yes, I am freely participating in this childish juvenile bullshit going back and forth between us. But I didn't start this fight, and I am fighting for my absolute pure, unblemished reputation. I am fighting for my absolute pure, unblemished reputation. So this clown, 3 minutes and 36 seconds here, but as you can see in his little tease screen here, he posted a screenshot of something that I typed in DOA's chat, and I put, I swatted Henry. I reported that he is illegally printing without a permit. SWAT is on the way. I purposely and intentionally and deliberately try to word things as incredibly ridiculous as I possibly can so that there's absolutely no question as to whether or not it's meant to be humorous or it's meant to be taken seriously. And I thought, in my opinion, I thought that I did a very, very, very good job of wording that so that no person who is not on some kind of a spectrum would be able to read that and immediately identify that as a joke, not to be taken seriously, as comedy, as humor, as sarcasm, as satire. I worked hard. It must have taken me probably a good 3 to 5 seconds to think about how I wanted to word that so that no human being that was smarter than a first grader could in any way take that serious. Hey, twin, thank you for being here. Good to have you. So that no person smarter than a kindergartner, let me go even lower here because I don't want to insult. I don't want to insult the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth graders. I worded that so that no person smarter than a kindergartner. Oh, by the way, I have a confession for all of you guys out there that are calling me a chomo. I have a confession for you. When I was in the 6th grade, I love kids, for one. I do love kids. But when I was in the 6th grade, I used to go and tutor the kindergartners at my elementary school. And I would teach them how to read, and I would teach them how to play, and I would teach them how to be nice, and I would teach them how to share, and I would play Candyland with them. So there's some evidence right there that I'm an absolute flaming chomo right there. In the 6th grade, I actually volunteered to go teach the kindergartners and to be kind of like a teacher's aide for them. Because I mean, I confess, I think kids are freaking adorable. Confession. So for all of you out there that want to call me a chomo, there's some more evidence for you and some more ammunition for you and a absolute full confession for you. Now, to be 100% transparent, I do also have to make this disclaimer. I never, ever, not one time ever in my entire life, ever did anything appropriate with those little kindergartners, nor did I ever at one time ever in my life even think about or consider doing anything inappropriate with those little kindergartners. But I am kind of guilty just by the fact that I donated my time and I went over there and I wanted to be nice and caring to some little kindergartners. But having said that, and giving you some brand new fresh ammunition that you could misconstrue and attack me with, I tried to word that in a way that no person smarter than a kindergartner could ever take as serious. But here you have this as the teaser to his live, here that he's late for, by the way. DOA, the consummate grifter, he doesn't even have enough respect for his audience to be on time, but he does have. I would like you to see here. Let me scare this. Let me scare this screen. Let me share this screen here. Let me go here. Let me go to this. Let me go to share. This guy does have the time. What he's probably doing is he's probably grifting, which is what he does best. So we have all of his fundraisers here. What do we got here? We got 80 waiting. You got 80 people waiting. And one of the comments that I wanted to make is that the only reason anybody would post this and try to make it into something that it's not is if he believes that his audience is as stupid as he is. And with the exception of the people that are in there just to troll and that are in there to to monitor his childish let me just call it what it is. Except for the people that are in there to troll him and to monitor his evil ways and his evil activities, he has 95 people in there, notwithstanding all of the ones that are another troll. But he definitely has quite a few people in there that are just as stupid as he is, and that's a sad thing. And that's a head scratcher for me. I don't get it. There's even 1A people in there that really support this douchebag. And that is really a head scratcher for me. That is something that I absolutely cannot comprehend, because these people attack anybody in 1A that doesn't ride their nuts. They have total and complete respect for 1A as long as you agree with everything they say and do. If you disagree with anything that they say and do, 1A is out the window. That you can just kiss their ass. They don't give a shit who you are. They don't give a shit what you represent. If you don't completely kiss their ass and ride their nuts, what's 1A? They have no idea what it is. But he does have one or two ways for you to support him. He's got Rumble, he's got Facebook, he's got TikTok, he's got Twitch, he's got Twitter, he's got IG. And if you don't want to listen to me that this guy is a professional grifter, jobless, homeless grifter, he's got his Cash App here, he's got his PayPal here, he's got his Venmo here, he's got his Zelle here, he's got his Buy Me a Coffee here, he's got his Linktree here, he's got his Amazon wish list here, and this is his backup channel. The only thing he doesn't have here is a click here to ride my nuts, you dumb son.
Oh.
That's the only thing he doesn't have there. Is click here to ride my nuts, you dumb sons of bitches. Perfect. And I can almost guarantee you that if he did have it there, many of his followers would click it. So let's hear what this douchebag has to say. What you got to say?
All right, man.
All right, man.
This has been the most epic day in court ever. I mean, I've been to court so many times. Like, I've been to court hundreds and hundreds of times.
Every day in court's epic.
Dorothy is tearing up the...
Disclosure, folks. Disclosure. This guy's better than he's good at politics, man. Everybody that he's associated with, every time they speak, no matter how cringe it is, no matter how completely cringe-worthy it is, they're the best he's ever seen. No matter how absolutely cringe-worthy anybody associated with this clown is, Rastamani, good to have you here. It is the best that he's ever heard. Let's see if Dorothy was good today.
Witness so much. He's literally was shaking vigorously. He was shaking at the end of...
and if you don't believe me, I'm sorry to keep pausing it, but if you don't believe me, listen to Crackhead Kenny, a.k.a. Kunta Kinte, a.k.a. Kiki. Listen to Crackhead Kenny speak about anything. And this douchebag says, oh my God, Crackhead Kenny freaking blew the ass out of the Kool-Aid man. He freaking busted down the walls. It's the best thing you've ever heard. Oh my God. Listen, if you're in 1A and you follow this douchebag, please do it from a sock account. Please. Please. I'm begging you, please do it from a sock account, Because if you're in 1A and you follow this douchebag and I see you in my chat, I'm not going to say anything to you. I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm not going to be rude to you. But I'm going to think thoughts about you. I'm going to think lots of thoughts about you. And if I were to verbalize the thoughts that I'm thinking about you, it wouldn't be very nice. So can I just ask you, if you're in 1A and you actually ride this guy's nuts or any of their nuts, and you actually have fallen and drank and drunken and drinking and dranken and drunk the Kool-Aid and drank it, the Kool-Aid that these people are trying to serve you, the unchilled Kool-Aid that these people are trying to serve you, please do me a favor. Do it from a sock account. I don't want to be associated with anybody that rides these muffagas nuts.
Cross-examination. And so anyone like it's so epic. Like if you didn't come out for this, you're just missing out on like just the most amazing day. I took notes. Dodge was gone for a little bit, so I was like, oh my gosh.
And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to listen to the whole thing because I want to go up behind this guy and just if I could get me an N95 mask and I could manage to sorry, I keep pausing it, but if I could get a hold of an N95 mask and I could manage to or maybe some Vicks in my nose, if I could just manage to survive the stench getting close to this guy, I want to walk up to him and I want to slap him on the back to get that spooge out of his throat. I don't understand why this guy always has so much spooge in his throat, but I want to go up to him and smack him on the back as a life-saving maneuver so that this guy doesn't drown in all of that spooge that he has in his throat. So sorry to keep pausing this, but I'm going to try to listen to as much of this guy as I can. But once that spooge starts coming up in his throat, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it.
I'm getting all this content. They don't know how much content is here, and so oh my gosh,
oh god,
so man. I got notes.
Wow, that's fascinating stuff.
18 pages of notes.
Ooh, he took some notes.
So we'll just start.
Nice. Yeah,
and I'll go over it
right.
play by play. Dodge is probably doing a recap too. Okay. So yesterday we went back to Laura's last night and we watched Dodge's recap.
You didn't go to sleep?
The lunch and then dinner. And because there's so much questions, so much.
Last time we went to court, he needed a nap.
It's good to have all these different people, the different perspectives, what they're kind of catching in their feels. They're like text, they're note things. Yeah. So it started off.
They're like text, they're note.
I got here a little late. Moxon was still asking the same questions, bullshit questions. I knew.
They're like text, they're note.
Kind of ended it out. And then Dorothy was up. I was like, "Oh my God, yes, this is good."
They're like
awesome.
text. They're notes.
Yes, all of them. So she started off.
Sorry for talking over this guy, people. I can't help it. I can't help it, and I'm not going to I can't make you any false promises that I'll be able to keep my mouth shut.
With the brand of scooters, if the scooters were like a medical device or not a medical device, and he didn't remember the name of the scooter. And Dorothy was referring to the Church of Scientology as Scientology.
Did you take a note? Did you write da? Oh, look! These jerk-offs can't make up their mind. First, he posts in the freaking on the splash screen, on the teaser screen, a comment that I posted as a part of character assassination. Now he just freaking waves and winks at me and calls me babe. These people cannot make up their fucking mind whether or not they want to be my friend or my enemy. And, I'm going to tell you this once, DOA, and I don't want to have to tell you again because I will drag your ass in court faster than you can say Solomon Sassoon and get a restraining order on you for sexual harassment if you ever call me babe, wave at me, and wink at me ever again. Hi, Crofty. Nice to see you.
This is great, Laura. Like,
oh, he's talking to
your
Laura.
information to Dorothy yesterday was so helpful to the questions about the chiropractor stuff. So okay. Hell yeah. It was just, I was just like laughing, like, oh my gosh, it was that little conversation you had with her yesterday. I don't
believe you, because if you laughed in court, they'd kick you
out. I told Dorothy, I was like, I don't like lawyers, but
I don't believe him. I don't believe he was laughing in court, because when you laugh in court, they kick you out. But we know, we've proven, we have brought the receipts. I have shown you the receipts that he is a proven liar. He lied about brake checking the trucks, and then ZDT, in his great journalistic investigative skills, busted this freaking nunchuck lying about brake checking the truck. So we have receipts that this guy is a liar and lies to his viewers and lies to his supporters.
I like Gary Spence, and she's in line with Gary Spence. Yeah. And so she took that as a big compliment.
Oh, from you? Sure.
So Dorothy was referring to Scientology as Scientology.
Okay.
And so Kendrick objected to the verbiage Scientology, and he said that it was like, I'm not sure the exact verbiage. It didn't make sense when he said it, so I wasn't able to write it down clearly. But he basically said it was like Jews.
It was more than... Hang on. Speaking of spooge in the throat, one moment, please. Holy crap. See, that's what I get for talking crap. God's laughing at me right now. God has a sense of humor. And he's laughing at me right now. This guy... oh, my God. This guy...
it's like saying that...
It was more than 3 words, so he couldn't write it down. We need to... Listen... He forgot his Crayola sharpener, Rastamani, and he forgot his Crayola sharpener, so he could only write so fast. He was handicapped.
That Jews are Jews or something in front of a Jewish synagogue. It's like disrespectful. So he wanted Dorothy to say Church of Scientology instead of Scientology, which is bullshit, because you should be, if you don't believe it's a church, you shouldn't have to call it a church. Spooge. It's a cult. And so that was like real early on that Moxon made objections to that. And so right away she got verbiage from him on the stand. There's one witness. It's a guy. I
368 people watching this freaking.
It's the Scientologist making a claim against Danny. And he said that he had a right to the sidewalk, and that the sidewalk. That everyone has a right to the sidewalk, and so does he.
Right.
So that was like one of the first things he was one of the first things that he said.
I'm also talking a lot.
And so she started,
because I'm new to this whole BOW restreaming stuff, and I don't know how much I have to talk in order to qualify as commentary and for this to be fair use. So that's probably another reason why I'm talking too much, other than I just talk too much.
Asking about what does the church encompass. She wanted to know about the campus and about the T intersection or L. Ron Hubbard Way and Fountain Avenue, and how that correlated to the campus of the Church of Scientology. Was really trying to establish that the sidewalks were a public easement.
Right there, DOA.
And so
DOA no filter.
So when she asked that question, what does the church encompass, he laughed. Because he's like he's awkward. He's a Scientologist. He's in a cult, and so he laughed when she said that, and so Dorothy responded like, "Why are you laughing?" So all of a sudden they're kind of being combative, and Moxon objected, said that Dorothy was egging on the witness, and
Freudian slip. He just said egging on the wetness. What did I tell you about all the spooge? Buzz, nice to have you here. What did I just tell you about all the spooge? That is a Freudian slip. She was egging on all the wetness.
Other things this morning.
Asked if the sidewalk was owned by Scientology.
I'm so sorry.
And he couldn't answer that. So she asked if there was any protesters around the Church of Scientology, and he said no protesters, they were agitators. And so Dorothy said, "Were all the people in the videos agitators?" And he said, "Yes." So she asked the question, "What is an agitator?" And he said, "People that talk about hate speech."
Disgusting.
And so she asked, "What hate speech in videos?" So he responded. So she asked him specifically, "What hate speech in the videos are you referring to?" And he says, "You're a psycho motherfucker.
Ooh,
sounds like hate.
hateful.
Or when you say you're not wanted here and it's my church, leave or get out of here." So he made 3 claims on the stand. One, that the hate.
Will you get on with it and
the
talk
hate
about
speech
me?
in the hate videos were 3 different elements, right?
You get on to a
One,
subject
you're a
that
psycho motherfucker.
I want to talk about,
which Dorothy
which is
kept
me.
saying, "Psycho motherfucker." This shit's funny. So he's saying psycho motherfucker. Then he says, he said that the hate speech was, "We don't. You are not wanted here." Okay, so in my case last week, my case was. Touch me. Okay, now their case is, "We don't want you here," is hate speech. Touch me is fighting words, inciting words. Okay, and that's after he touched me.
Touch me. He's talking about the wetness. This guy.
And now this one is, there's 3. Sounds like hate, or what you say or not wanted here, and it's my church, leave, get out of here. This is considered hate speech by the witness.
Sounds like Cookie Monster.
So then she asked, did Danny call you a psycho motherfucker? and he responded, "The gang." The gang said it. Now, she made a couple of objections to the word gang, and that was let in by the judge.
My impression of DOA. You're welcome.
This is so great.
Nasty
you guys are all fucking missing out.
Thank you for being here.
Best fucking day ever.
At you. Ooh, $20 for
all right,
one
back to the
gypsy.
psycho motherfuckers. Hold on.
Money well spent on the grifter.
What is a gang? I forget what he responded. Again, no.
Touch me in wetness.
You're not wanted here is my church.
Pronouns.
I'm not good at shorthand here.
Nasty in
gang
the house.
Squirrels.
Okay. Girl.
Okay. You're not wanted here is my church. Okay. T intersection. Where are things on the Scientology property? It's on the sidewalk. Does Scientology own the sidewalk? Was the question. He responded, "I don't understand your question."
Church. Did you go to?
He's the most unresponsive witness I've ever seen. He literally was making objections. The witness was like making objections on the stand, like, "Oh, I don't think that's a relevant question," or "I don't think those photos accurately describe." Like, he was trying to act like the lawyer at times, which was weird. And he says,
Nate, I'm working on I've been texting him and emailing him, and I'm waiting for him to get back to me. I'm working on getting some pics of Silence Boy for you, and I'm offering him money, but my plan is to buy him from him for cheap and then mark him up and resell them to you.
Does Scientology
so I'll let you know as soon as I
on
get
the sidewalk? She asked it again. And he responded, "I don't know. You should ask the state manager for the information." and so basically, Danny, said, Danny didn't say anything.
I think what he said was, "I love people like this. I love people like this." I think what he said was, "Today is Wednesday, October 2nd. I love people that maniacally laugh for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I can't tell you how much I love that about people."
Any of this shit, right?
Okay. Okay, I paused the video. Let's replay the video now.
This shit's so fucking great, man. This is the best day of court ever.
Oh my god.
and so I don't know what a fucking state manager. I guess in Scientology, there's a state manager thing in there, right?
I'm not laughing at you, DOA. I'm laughing.
So she asked.
Oh god.
That psycho. Okay, so.
Look at the money this guy.
Did you bring restraining orders against the people that called you a psycho motherfucker?
I quit.
And he said no.
I want you guys to know that at the end of this stream, December the 2nd, 2024. I quit. I'm no longer 1A. I'm now a Scientology protester. So I'd like you to I'd like you to tune into the new I'd like you to tune into the brand new Sheep Show channel. 1A is out, and I'm now a brand new Church of Scientology protester. Welcome welcome to my stream, people.
Did he say what? Did Danny say he was asking for trouble? Because someone said that. Did Danny say that? He said no, he didn't. I didn't see. And I'm laughing my ass. Yeah, everyone always hears. More people need to know about this. This is the best. I've been in court so many times. I've never seen anything so exciting. I was so excited for cross-examination.
I can't.
Oh.
We got TRs. We got all sorts of talk about TRs, verbal tech. Like, it's awesome.
Oh, no, I missed.
Dorothy had to come out and ask what verbal tech was. We needed Laura here for the translation, the translator.
We had Laura to smack you on
okay,
the back.
so
spit that spooge up.
Where's God?
Yes,
I'm not sure.
Cheap Show.
He usually goes out to his car. I think.
The new Church of Scientology.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna buy you dinner,
Oh, yeah.
lunch.
Fine, I'll put that on the internet. He said he'd buy you lunch.
Not even trying to get.
Actually,
I don't
you know,
know.
I take that
Okay.
back, people.
Okay, so he said.
I take that back.
He said.
In all
Dorothy,
seriousness,
So
I
my
would
notes
rather
might not be.
do
This
1A
might not
for
be
another 10 years.
per verbatim, but it's as close
Never
as I'm
make
going to do. For
one
my
single
court-
dollar.
Court. It's the first time as
then to
court
join the
recorder.
freaking likes of
Dodge
these
was slacking. I
freaking-
think he was hungover from last night trying to chase some tail around or something. I don't know. I don't know what Dodge was doing, but Dodge was not here, so I took on the role of
Worthy of their-
No, we all
court transcriber. Kelly too.
Yeah, we all did.
We all did our own thing.
Floridness. Is the
And we
Floridness
came
or
together
Florid?
and even counseled with Dorothy
What's the
for a
past
second.
tense of
Thanks for
horrible?
the super chat, Bumblebee. so she said, agitators are taking over the block. And he said, I should not be taunted going from the church parking lot. And he said, he said that a Scientologist shouldn't be taunted. And then he said, or something along that line. And then he said, as a human being, I shouldn't be taunted.
I'm human was the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Is it your statement
Wow.
that you believe that statements like wish?
That's like human is a that's
If I can get through this.
78. So he's been a member of the church since 1978. The very, I mean, more. And so, and I didn't mean to stop and grift at that moment, but it seemed like an adequate time.
Wait, what did he do? Stop the
We're out
grifting?
having fun. Doesn't hurt. Yeah, everyone's been helpful, but be helpful more. It doesn't hurt to be more helpful.
Look at
Everyone's
this
been
fucker
everybody.
grip. Oh
There's all
my
sorts
God.
of things. Yeah,
Look.
it's not included. Like getting lunch. You can't bring food in. Like
Look at how much
Kelly and Dodge.
I can't. Look at how much this dude just effing made from his cult followers. And he's grifting, saying, thanks for giving, but give more. Because, the money that you're giving me, these fees, they don't include my lunch. And look at all the laughy faces in his chat. If somebody told me that this group of people existed and this is what they did for their YouTube content and this is the kind of support they got, I would never believe you. I'd say you're lying.
Kelly and Dodge.
No,
say you're lying.
Really great.
Kelly's, I'm sure, good, but Kelly, anybody who's here, it costs money every time you come out here. It's at least a $20 day, at the very minimum. At the very minimum, that's not included. Yeah, it's not included. Like getting lunch,
Well over
you can't
20
bring
today.
food in. Like there's all sorts of things that you can't do.
Yeah.
So make sure you're putting that. I mean, everything helps for everybody.
Everybody has been very helpful for me today,
Yeah,
especially.
everyone's been helpful, but Be helpful more. It doesn't hurt to be more helpful.
Be helpful more.
Because we can't do that
Everybody's
without
been helpful, but be
having
helpful
funds.
more.
And so, and I didn't mean to stop and grift at that moment, but it seemed like.
Hey, I just want to say, everybody that's donated to me, Sheep Show, everybody that supported me in the past, thank you, but donate more.
Naturally, how long a member? Okay.
Your donations didn't include lunch. So I just want to tell everybody who has made donations to Sheep Show Live, supported me, shared my content. I want to tell you how much I appreciate you and what you have done, but donate more.
He said, I moved to LA from Kentucky a year and a half ago with his wife.
I can't.
And she said,
okay, this trial.
Darzin. Dorothy has.
I don't watch this guy normally. One of my friends gave me a heads up that he was going to go. They gave me a heads up that he was going to go live and that he had that teaser. I mean, there's lots of people that watch him just to troll in his chat and to gather, to clip him and to gather evidence against him. And because this guy has a lot of haters, but he said earlier this morning he can't afford gas, so going to buy a scooter or electric bike. I'd buy tickets for that circus. You got to be kidding me. Look at, somebody just gave him $50. Somebody just gave him 200. I don't know what SEK is. That's probably like $1.25. But I don't know how much this dude's made in this chat, but he's made well over $20. He's definitely covered gas and lunch. I can guarantee you this guy has covered gas and lunch in this chat. I believe you, DOA. I believe you. Yeah, his glass is half empty. Fill it up. He loves when you fill it up. He loves when you fill him up. Right, that right, DOA. Don't you just love it when they fill you up? Right, DOA. I can't. I'm gonna have to fast forward through this guy. But anyways, just in case anybody's interested, I guess there's some dude named Danny. I don't know who he is. I don't follow him. I've kind of scanned through his videos. Have come up a couple of times in my feed, and when I was driving or whatever, I clicked on him. But I don't think I've seen more than one video of his. Apparently, there's this guy named Danny and somebody from the Church of Scientology, and they got into a little kerfluffle on the sidewalk, and now somebody's suing somebody. And if you want all of the details, you're going to have to watch ZDT to get them, because ZDT covers these trials. I would tell you to watch somebody else, but until we get this beef squash, I am trying to I am in prayer right now with my Father. Dear Father, you tell me to make peace wherever possible. And I'm dealing with somebody that seems like they might be amicable to making peace. I've extended an olive branch, and they've extended an olive branch, and I think there's a possibility to make peace, but there's a part of me that doesn't want to make peace without an apology, because these fucking grifters, yes, I do curse when I pray, and God he's just like, oh my God. God says, oh my me. God says, oh my me. Instead of saying, oh my God, God says, oh my me. This Sheep Show, man, when is he ever going to stop cussing? And I'm like, when are you ever going to make me stop cussing? But anyways, I'm praying to God, and I'm like, Lord, these motherfuckers, I mean, they tried to assassinate my character, Lord, and they've called me all kinds of disgusting names that are not true, and they've tried to dox me, and they've tried to put my family in danger by doxing. And one of this guy's chat said, it's a code word. It's a dog whistle. He said, they said, let's go to Sheep Show's house and protest Sheep Show's house. Well, that's a dog whistle for let's go to Sheep Show's house and, break in and set it on fire and burn everybody alive in his household. And so I'm not sure, Lord, if I want to actually accept an apology from these, or accept make peace with these people without an apology. So, Lord, would you please give me direction in that little endeavor, and let me know whether or not I should actually make peace with these people with any of these muffagas without an apology. Thank you, Lord. This is Sheep Show. I'm signing off. Don't forget to watch my live, Lord, and please like and subscribe. I love you, Father. Amen.
Get your TRs in. Dodge is here. He's probably smoking weed or something somewhere. He's doing the report. Yeah. And go and check out Dodge's now or later, like just whenever. I watched Dodge's lunch and afternoon thing yesterday. When I heard good stuff. His my haters would hate when I have money coming in. All right, so
my haters hate when I have money coming in.
Are you prohibited from talking about TRs? She says the policy.
Let me clarify. I don't hate that you have money coming in. It saddens me and it disgusts me that there are so many gullible people in the world that would fall for your grift and actually support you. It makes me sad and maybe a little frustrated that there are so many ignorant people in this world that would fall for your grift.
Letter, the verbal technology, I can't tell you about it. We follow policy.
How can you not laugh with this guy? Can I ask you? I got 13 people in here. Can I just ask you that whenever our friend laughs, can we all laugh with him?
This is the thing. Tree hugging Buddhist, thank you for the $10. Are you not entertained? If you guys we're never gonna get through this if you keep giving me donations.
No, let's not laugh at him.
So he says policy letter, verbal technology. I can't tell you about it.
I can't.
No.
Yeah. Talk about me.
So,
bitch.
Eddie, man, she's worth $100,000.
He got double Doritos. He got double Doritos.
She's worth.
Look at that. Look at that magic. Holy shit. He's a magician. Look at this magic. He makes one Dorito into two. Holy shit. Look at. This guy's a magician. Watch him turn one Dorito into two. Holy crap.
She's worth every penny, man.
Oh my God.
Worth $100,000.
David Blaine, GTF out of town. Okay, you just got one up. Look at this dude. He's making Doritos appear out of thin air. I'm sorry if I'm too loud, people. Somebody let me know in the chat if your ears are bleeding and if I'm too loud. I might have to adjust my microphone. But this guy this is some David Blaine shit right here. Did anybody see it besides me? He just turned one Dorito into two. Look, Bumblebee can't get enough. But that's another $4.99. He magically makes people fall for his grift. Why wouldn't he be able to just magically make Doritos appear?
She's worth every penny, man. She's worth $100,000.
Talk about sleight of hand. Holy crap! That's how he does what he does. I got to be careful that I don't watch too much of him because I might find myself in joining his cult.
She is. If I ever questioned her worth, man.
Anyway, I don't hope that you would choke on that Dorito. Honestly, I do not hope that you would put that Dorito in your mouth and then inhale and choke on it. I don't wish that.
Every penny of everything. Thank you for the $5, Kirby's mom. I'm crying from laughing. This shit was funny, man. Trying to keep it together today in court has not been easy. Dorothy's a literal hero. It was so well placed, because that's exactly what he was doing.
Wow.
Shut this down right now.
What's on your shirt, bro? You wear a clean shirt? You gotta wear a dirty ass, nasty ass t-shirt to court? Can we donate? Can we donate money to people who will at least wear a clean t-shirt?
Yeah, I gotta get myself together here.
I put on a shirt for you all. Look, I put on a shirt for you. A clean shirt.
All right.
Hey people. Hey people. I don't want to insult DOA's intelligence, but I'm suspect. Anybody who laughs like this, oh my God, I automatically just start to question their intelligence. That's where my mind. Call me a cynic, call me judgmental, but when you go, my mind questions the person's mental acuity. That's all. That's all.
I mean, it was awesome. Was it not, Kelly? Was that not like that? Was like, and then Dorothy came out at break and
take
she's
that
like,
little
"What's
ZZ
verbal
Top
tech?"
reference.
And then I was like, "Well,
I shaved." For those of you that don't know, I'm sorry I keep pausing this, but I shaved the mustache because I don't like food getting stuck in my mustache. I can't stand it. It makes me crazy. And then if you don't trim your mustache every day, when you eat, your mustache goes. It's disgusting. So I trim my mustache. It's for hygiene. It's for hygienic purposes. It's not because I don't like the look. I hate having a mustache and ugh.
It's so hard to explain what I don't really know. It's just like, oh, thank you, Ash.
We don't teach about the tech. We don't talk about.
I'm sorry.
They don't talk about the tech.
I do my best. I'll try to. I'll try to maybe dumb it down.
Thank you,
DT,
more. For the $5.
WDT.
WDT. Make sure you guys give this to everybody else too. No, I'm just make sure you spread the love, man.
Yeah, spread the love. For everybody, I want you to know that I'm not going live, but anybody that's here, thank you for the help this morning and today.
Deborah.
Thank you.
I know her, but I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I need help here. There's not many people here today. Kelly, Solomon, Dodge. Some
572 people.
There's an anonymous person sitting in the thing. She looks like a.
Well, listen. He does have a lot of people that are in here for the shit show, not for the lore of DOA, but for the shit show of DOA. And I mean, some people are really like hoping that he shits in the bucket live because he is known to shit in buckets. True story. So some people are really hoping that they could actually get a screenshot or a screen recording of him shitting in the bucket. It is reported that now this is a rich one, people. They're calling me a chomo, and this guy reportedly has a restraining order against him for filming little girls in porta potties. This guy reportedly is not allowed to see his niece because his sister is prohibiting him from contact with his niece. So, I mean, I don't know. You can let your imagination run wild and try to figure out why your sister would prohibit contact with your niece. I know what my initial thoughts are, considering he reportedly is filming little girls in porta potties and has a restraining order for that. And then his cultic followers, they got the nerve to call me a chomo. But he's got 562 people that apparently, notwithstanding all of the people in there that are just watching the shit show, but he has let me just say this, he has a significant number of people in his chat that are just as deplorable as he is for supporting a pathetic Homo erectus like him. If there was, I can't think of a more pathetic Homo erectus than DOA. You guys didn't think I knew what Homo erectus was because I'm a 9th grader.
Nice.
See?
All right.
Right?
I'm going to focus.
It is.
Focus. Sorry.
Even he's impressed with my knowledge for a 9th grader.
I'm like so excited. This is like.
I guess a kindergartner would be kind of impressed with a 9th grader. I mean.
Such a good day. Like I feel bad for everyone else missing out on all this. So I'm trying to yeah, Dodge is gonna do good, man. Like yeah, we're also us together. We should be able to get a pretty good description of what's going on. What's sweet, man?
Right, guys.
Money here. Just get it unpaid usually, or an hour, or half an hour paid, or an hour unpaid. In the real world. Got that. Davey, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, there's two.
That's
two red ones. 40?
Moxon laughed at that. It's about a man eating Doritos and Funyuns. Figure it out.
I've seen people like this before. Hang on. I don't want to name names. But my grandkid, he used to watch this gamer. He was a gamer. Sunday. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Sunday, but Sunday, when he is Sunday was always on my house 24/7. Whenever my grandkids were over, because they were all into Sunday, and I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but he's a gaming streamer, and probably maybe a little bit of a has-been. I don't know. I haven't seen him since my grandchildren grew up. But when my grandchildren were little, they would always watch Sunday. And Sunday was like DOA. Everything was funny. He laughed at everything. I mean, everything was just, he had this joyful, bubbly, exuberant, what do you call it? Infectious personality, just like DOA is exhibiting here. But when you see Sunday offline, he's nothing like his YouTube personality. He is completely separate from his YouTube personality. What the hell is this? I got nothing. He's nothing like his YouTube personality. He's not giggly. He's not bubbly. And I suspect that DOA is the same way. Once the camera's off, I suspect he is a completely different person. And I suspect that this little personality hustle right here that he does, this little persona that he turns into on camera, is all just a part of the grift.
Oh, $19 US. Okay, I didn't think so. Swedish krona, $20. Thank you. Nice. You guys are learning currency transactions here. Okay. All right. Get back. Oh,
You only have another hour.
Wow.
I know. I got plenty of time. With all this money rolling in, I'm gonna milk it for everything it's fucking worth.
With all this money rolling in, I'm going to milk it for everything it's effing worth. Okay. All right. Probably the most honest thing that he said. Probably the most honest thing I've ever heard him say. But at least he is an admitted grifter. At least he admits to being a grifter.
Need him to get to page 4 by...
yeah, hold on. We're on page 5 right now. Oh. Break. So we come back in the we came back in the.
All right, guys, I can't. I got to get through it.
And then, if it's written in policy along those lines,
I probably got maybe 5 minutes more of this max tops.
You said with anything.
Hey, before I forget, I'm trying to get this channel monetized, so that I could tell everybody, whatever you're giving me, give me more. And so that I can milk you for everything that you're worth. So if you would be so kind as to hit that thumbs up and give me a little share, a little shout out maybe, and give me a little sub, I would greatly appreciate that. And unlike some people, I won't put any of it up my nose. And I will use it for the for furthering our First Amendment causes, for furthering First Amendment causes and supporting the First Amendment and defending those that experience tyranny and oppression, just for exercising their First Amendment rights and fighting against tyranny and oppression.
Again, it's something that we in common language we really speak in a lot of generalities. And in court, it's all about the specifics, getting to the actual facts. Like the question called. So Father asked me, he said the Scientology. And then she asked what cameras were used.
And practice donating. Pretend like there's a little dollar sign there, and pretend like you're clicking it and donating money to me. Let's get you in the habit of doing that, so that when my channel does get monetized, you could actually be in the habit of doing that, and it'll just come automatically to you.
That were entered into evidence,
and whatever you're giving, whatever you're imagining that you're giving me, give more, because I want to milk you for everything that you're worth.
Other camera question. So his response was, "Oh, I didn't know they had cameras until the incident." Literally, like you walk by cameras on the street, like there's literal cameras outside. They're not even hidden. They're on.
I suck at making money. You know, I was supposed to make a playlist on my channel the day that I lost this, so y'all could. Thank you, Crofty. I was supposed to make a playlist so that y'all could watch my playlist and I could get. I have the numbers. I have the subs that I need, but I don't have the hours. So I was going to make a playlist so that you could all click on that. And I was supposed to do it day one, and I still haven't done it yet. How long have I had this channel up? A week, 2 weeks?
She'll bring it back.
I really suck at making money. And without Crofty, I don't think I'd ever remember to ask anybody to hit the like.
She'll bring it back, though. She looked at the footage. So you looked at the footage at the back of the church. Was standing with 50. Was standing with 50. Oh, was standing with 50. I was trying to do shorthand.
Hold him, and then
He put standing with 50. He's like, he took. Did you guys catch that? He took notes in the trial. He took notes in the trial, and he put standing with 50. Now he's reading his notes back that he just took, and he's like, standing with 50? What does that mean? Standing with 50? WTF is that? He's like, oh, yeah, the cops. The cops. I was trying to do shorthand. OMG, bro.
But he didn't look at the footage.
He didn't look at the
The
footage.
first time he said it, the second time
He
had footage.
God.
So it's like it was unsolicited. They just came and told him, and then they said,
Is it just me, or does she sound drunk? Is it just me, or does she sound like a little bit like Kamala Harris, who's had a couple? And they were. Is it just me, or has she tipped like one or two back? I don't know. I don't know her, so I don't want to make any false accusations. But
first they said that security he told them they had footage. So it's like it was unsolicited.
It was
They just came and told them, and then they said,
Is it just me, or does she sound a little bit like Kamala Harris? I don't know.
Then he said, well, I didn't see. He was asked how they got the footage or something like this. How did they know? They must have been watching live because
I got to get through this. I got one or two more things I want to show you that are unrelated to this.
I wasn't in the security. That's why I was saying I was outside. I don't know how they got the footage. They just came and told me. They must have been watching live.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think more Rob. I hadn't realized that.
Can somebody ask her? I forgot. I don't know what her name is, but can somebody in DOA's chat? Can you? Because I'm blocked. I can't ask her. Can somebody to ask her to say, "Let us be unburdened by what has been"? I need to hear her say it.
We're also gonna do. God, I really should be live right now. We're also gonna do reenactments of these court procedures once we get the testimony. I am, at least. Mark my words.
We should see if reenactment with dolls would be in for that. My friend reenactment with dolls.
Reenactments.
She could make a good one.
All right, continue.
All right.
We're gonna do reenactments of the trial. That's great. That's great. Can't wait.
Sorry if you want.
No, it's good. I
didn't mean to say.
no, I don't know. I can't remember all of it. And it's like it's good to have another person who like
Yeah, we
was
all
there.
remember a little bit.
Yeah. So did you show any video of the law? Okay. Come on. Went back to church. Cameras used. Where's the cameras?
All three of your accounts.
Yeah, he's watching them show the 50,
You know what? I think that but I'm so far behind that it won't make any sense because I'm got to be 10. I'm 10 minutes behind, so it won't make any sense.
footage, and then she basically got him to say,
All right, we can't.
The parking lot to identify Danny. Oh, Kamala gang. Does this look like a?
Somebody said something about Kamala.
Does this look like a time for political comment?
What'd she say?
Towards me. And then Dorothy asks,
We'll go to
could you
live
explain
chat.
what hate speech is?
But not as bad as you. Not as bad as
Who said
Stark.
something
What
about Kamala?
specific words from my client's speech was hate speech? Oh, Kamala gang. Does this look like a? Does this look like a political a time for political commentary? You stupid fuck.
No, it looks like the special.
Jesus Christ.
It looks like they gave phone. It looks like they went to the Special Olympics and they gave phones to all of the kids and said, "Go live." That's what it looks like to me. But no, it doesn't look like a political event.
Cocaine man was okay. You're gone. You're not making any sense. Hold on. Let's clean up the kitchen real quick. Gay. Okay. Get you out of here. You gay.
And just a point of clarification: who doesn't love those little kids? Listen up, people. Listen up, people. When I was was it Pacific State Hospital? I can't remember because one of them was a prison and one of them was kind of like a mental health facility. But when I was in the 7th grade, we did a parade at one of the hospitals that served all of the kids that had I don't want to say mental health issues, and I can't think of the word because I think of mental health as like, somebody that wants to eat their cat. I mean, that's what when I think mental health, I think, hide your cats. You know what I'm saying? I don't think of somebody who's developmentally disabled. That's what I'm trying to think of. I was there with all of the kids in the 7th grade. We did a parade for all of the developmentally disabled kids, and those kids were funny as AF. And I'm not saying that using that in a pejorative way. I really sincerely mean those kids were funny AF, man. They had me rolling. They really had me rolling. Hey, Jules Fire Rocks. So I mean no disrespect, no matter how politically incorrect I am. I mean no disrespect.
You're gay. How about that? Oh my God, you're so gay.
That's why I'm actually, I'm hoping.
DOA, Sweaty Balls, he's talking to you. Okay? He's definitely not talking to me. He's got to be talking to you. Well, hello, Big Chief. Welcome.
Arrogant. Oh, yeah, I love it.
Oh, that's a great one for you.
Yeah, arrogant.
All right.
Hate speech. And he said, yes. And then she said, we don't want you here. Is that fuck? It's so Boxon entered 4 or 5 bills. She said, how many bills? He said 5.
Right.
24.
Let's catch up on this.
Here comes all the stuff from Laura. Free Diddy. You're definitely on the delete list.
Free Diddy, you're definitely. Oh, okay. All right. It's okay for you, but it's not okay for Diddy. I got news for you. It's not okay for either one of you.
Yeah, everyone thinks different. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. I'm expecting the worst. I don't know. I do feel like the judge is being very fair. The whole and rules, it was very.
What were you talking about?
The chiropractor?
Yeah, that's the name of it. Spearman Better Health.
Oh,
that's
oh.
what you were looking for.
Oh, the Kelly
And how
and
they
DOA
found that one,
collab
'cause
is
she's trying
fire.
to-
Yeah, she was
not.
asking questions.
Or not.
I don't have. She was asking questions about the chiropractor being.
And before I forget to ask, and I don't want to beat a dead horse or kick a dead horse or elbow a dead horse or poke a dead horse in the eye or a cow even. SWE Observer, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so very much. Shout out to Sweden. What? I don't want to do anything. Or remember Me, Myself, and Irene, one of my most favorite of all time comedies, where he was where he was completely disrespecting that cow in the presence of a Hindu. The cow on the side of the road. I don't want to do any of that to a horse, what he did to that poor cow. But if anybody has any constructive feedback for me on these lives, including STFU, you talk too much, feel free to let me know in the chat, because this is a brand new endeavor for me. I've never done this before. And my ultimate goal is to be able to do these live streams from away from home when I'm on the road. Even if it's on the side of the freeway or on the side of the road or, during a lunch break, I want to be able to keep in contact with you, because as it has been for the last several years, I go 2 or 3 months without talking to y'all and without posting anything. So the thought is, I said, hey, why not relaunch your live? Well, actually, that's not true. a troll who was a former supporter prompted me to relaunch this live stream so that I could start talking shit about the SP cult. And I didn't want to bring this drama over to my main channel, which is 1A, and this is not really on point with 1A, although there is some kind of there is a little bit of a nexus between this and 1A, but it's not really the content that I want to keep on my main channel. So I was prompted to launch this channel by a former supporter who is a DOA nut rider, who now doesn't like me because she likes DOA's nuts far better than she likes my content. But my plan now is to be able to take these live streams on the road with you, and I've already tested that out on my hotspot on my phone. So I can get on my laptop and I can turn on my hotspot on my phone, and I can harass you in all of the 48 states. I don't go to Alaska and I don't go to Hawaii. I've never been to Maine yet or Rhode Island. Those are the only states that I don't think that I've ever been to. But, you know, so far, I could go to 46 states unless I go to Maine or Rhode Island, and I can harass you from 46 states. So if you have any constructive criticism for me, you know, like, did you really need to take 10 minutes just to ask us for constructive criticism? You know, stuff like that. Please feel free to let me know in the chat. You know? Volume's too loud, I'm talking too loud, I'm talking too much, I'm pausing the video too much, I'm dropping too many F-bombs, I shouldn't show my face on the screen, I need to shave my beard, you know, anything. Please feel free to let me know.
Who
the suggestions box is always open.
Was it Scientologists who own the chiropractor? Are their clients are clients of the chiropractor mainly Scientologists? He said, I don't know. He said, I don't know who the owner is. Who referred to you?
Right.
He went around, but then he went back and said that his wife, his girlfriend, member.
I don't even know what they're talking about. They're talking about the trial.
Girlfriend.
I'm not into this trial.
She said or 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 she. It could have been supplements.
There was no reason for that other than it was fun. That's the only reason that I did that. Thank you, Crofty. I appreciate that. All right, moving on. We'll come back to this giant clown as soon as we can. I want to stop sharing this screen here, or actually. Let me go here. Actually, hang on one second here. Let me pull this up for you. I am not ready to pull this up for you. At least I wasn't ready. There he is there. So let me go to my channel. Let me go here to view your channel. Because this video is not actually, this video, I made this video private. And I shouldn't really even be showing this right now. But what the hell? What the hell? I'm not going to trip. I'm not going to trip. I'm going to show you this. So once I get off of here, I'm going to try my best to make it to the Victorville Sheriff's Department and go live from my main channel, not from this channel, because it's 1A related. Excuse me one moment, please. I'm going to go live from my main channel. I'm going to go to the Victorville Sheriff's Department and let me see here. I want July 7th. Well, where is it? Is it July 7th? I'm going to go live from my main channel because I want to follow up on a few things. July 7th, 2023. That's why I'm on 2024. I got to go to the next page. I don't have much time. I have to, I got to get moving with this because I have July until 2025 to file this lawsuit. And what the hell's July? July, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is July 7th of 2023. I was at the Walmart, and I was at the Walmart and I noticed some community service workers were driving down, and when I say the community service workers, I mean non-sworn employees of the sheriff's department. These people, they don't carry guns and they're not sworn deputies, they're civilians. They technically should not be doing any law enforcement work other than that type of work that would be suitable for a non-sworn sheriff deputy, like, for example, traffic control, setting up barricades, working special events, directing, parking events and things like that. It should all be something that is suitable for a non-sworn, unarmed, untrained sheriff deputy. But I noticed these guys were driving around Walmart and they were going aisle to aisle, row to row. And I thought to myself, I thought that was peculiar. And I was wondering, I was like, what is he doing? Why is he going row to row in the Walmart parking lot? And I thought maybe he was looking for expired registration. So I activated my independent investigative journalism skills, and I started following these guys. And this is what happened as a result of me following that guy. He drove up and down the aisles for quite a while. I followed him for quite a while. Then he drove over to two marked sheriff cars that were parked in the Walmart parking lot.
And for those of you that don't know, 17 is the number for the station. Every station up here in the
This is me following them, and so we have two community service vehicles marked in the parking lot, and I'm wondering what's going down in the Walmart parking lot. Something's going down in the Walmart parking lot, so I'm following these guys around because they don't have any lights activated. They're in marked patrol vehicles. They say police on the side. You can clearly see police on the side, and they're driving up and down every row of the Walmart parking lot. So I'm following them, trying to find out exactly what it is that they're up to, and they drive off, and I've got to go to another video. So give me one moment, please. Just give me 1 second here. I got to go to the next video on the list here because it's the same day. July 7th, 2023. Here we go. No, it was that same video. Hang on, I'm an idiot. Hang on, I'm an idiot. Let me go back to that same video. No, it wasn't. Was it? Yeah, it was that same video. Okay, it's right about there. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it was that same video. So I followed this guy. He drives over to a marked patrol unit in the same parking lot of Walmart. This marked San Bernardino County Sheriff's Deputy's patrol vehicle, he's backed in. Now you have the community service car. He pulled over to him. They're backed in the spot. And this is what transpired when I went over to this deputy here.
They know who Born Again is. They know my alias. I think that ticket, I could be absolutely... I could be totally and completely wrong. I'm narrating. How you doing? Do I need anything? Is this guy a sworn deputy or is he civilian? Why you ask me if I need something if you're not going to answer my questions? Beat feet, dude. You're dismissed, pig. See, here comes the ticket. Here comes the civil rights violation.
Hey, sir.
Here you go. Let me get you my light. You want my light? You want to write me a ticket for the cell phone?
Whatever you want to do, sir.
If you want to write me for a ticket for the cell phone, I give you my license. If you don't, get back in your car and beat feet because I already know you're a pig.
All right.
Answer my question. Are you going to write me a ticket for the cell phone?
Why would I write you a ticket. I asked you a question.
I'm asking you a question. Do you what?
A question, sir.
I'm asking you a question.
Stolen car that you just burned on us, sir.
What's that?
He's on a stolen car that you burned him.
Okay.
So Deputy A. Ramos says that the civilian unarmed community service vehicle in a marked vehicle that says police, he's using him to follow around or to approach a felony suspect in a stolen vehicle. So that's the first problem that I have right there, and that's the first that's the first pile of DOA that he's just stepped in.
So how am I supposed to know that?
You're following.
How am I supposed to know he's on? You didn't answer my question. How am I supposed to know he's on a stolen car?
You're not, but you're following.
How am I supposed
You're not, but you're following him. So what?
to know?
Do you have your ID with you, sir?
For what?
I'm asking.
Did I commit a crime?
I'm asking.
I might have my ID on me. I might not.
You're impeding with our investigation.
What investigation?
I just told you.
You just stopped and asked me a question. You solicited information from me. You approached me.
Okay.
If you're asking me to leave the area because you haven't asked me to leave the area because you're on a stolen car.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a law.
Baited. I'm going to give you a lawful order. People say that we just go out there to bait cops. So fucking what? When you want to catch something, you bait it. If you're trying to catch a fish, you put bait on the hook. If you're trying to catch a bear, you bait a bear trap. If you're trying to catch anything, you bait whatever you're trying to catch. I'm looking for dirty hogs. I'm looking for dirty pigs, and I baited, and guess what showed up? A dirty pig.
Lawful order now. What's your last name, sir?
I'm giving you a lawful order. No, you're not giving me a lawful order.
I'm not going to answer to you.
All right.
Am I detained?
All right, hey, you need to leave, sir.
I need to leave the area?
Yes,
All right. All right, Ramos.
All right,
All right.
have a good day.
All right, you too. Look forward to my lawsuit.
All right, thanks.
All right, no problem. No problem.
I didn't ask him what's going to happen if I don't leave, but I'm learning, and I should have known to ask him that. And also another very observant follower of mine said that I should have just went out to the public sidewalk when he told me to get off of Walmart's property.
Hey, does anybody else need to leave the area because you're on a stolen car?
He's in a public parking lot, in a marked patrol vehicle, pretending as if me there with a camera is burning whatever suspect they're looking for. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I need to know that. Does anybody else need to leave the area? Matter of fact, hey, do me a favor. How far away do I need to leave? And I want a supervisor here.
I'm trying to get more information from him so that I'm trying to gather evidence that I could use against him.
Where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? Do you want me to leave the parking lot? Outside of Walmart? Okay, so can I go to the PVS?
Well, you're putting our location right now.
Where are you going to have a supervisor meet me? Go to the what? I want a supervisor to meet me in the field. You violated my civil rights. I want a supervisor to meet me in the field.
Oh, at this point, he could make the argument that he's just asking me to leave, and I don't have the coercion or the threats that I need. So I'm trying to get him to issue those unlawful threats and attempt to coerce me off of the property.
Oh, you're not going to call him for me? Oh, I want you to call him and have him meet me right there at that restaurant, PV's.
All right.
Will you do that for me? What a pig. You're a pig. I want you fired. I want you fired, pig. Hey, I got to leave the Walmart parking lot, guys. I got to leave the Walmart parking lot.
Clearly, the business is open. It's not a crime scene. The only thing that's happening is, according to the deputy, this community service officer in a marked police vehicle is driving around, apparently looking for a stolen vehicle, and I burned their investigation.
Parking lot. Let me tell these guys right here.
So at this point, I'm feeling like I don't have enough, and I need more. And I'm also pretty pissed off that he's trying to kick me off of an open public parking lot in an open business.
Sir, I'm going to tell you again. You're in violation of Penal Code 148A1, sir.
Okay, you need me to go?
I need you to leave, sir.
Okay.
I didn't call you back over here. I didn't ask you any
All right, that's it. You're in violation of penal code. That's all I need. I got it now.
questions.
No, I want to.
There's
While
a
you're
threat.
recording, you record this,
There's a
sir.
threat.
Can I
and a
talk to
coercion
you?
that I
You a
need.
lawful order.
Can I talk to
Under
you?
Penal Code
I'm giving you a lawful order. And I also had that in the beginning, but I still felt like I needed more. But I'm pretty sure that this just pretty much ties the knot.
148A1.
All right.
You're
Give me
impeding
a
with our
lawful order.
investigation, sir.
All right.
I'm impeding
I'm
your
going to sue the
investigation.
shit out of this bitch. I'm going to sue the shit out of this pig. I'm going to sue the shit out of this pig. $576. That now.
All right. So that's pretty much the end of that. I went to the Victorville Sheriff's Department that day to file a complaint against him. And since I know that most complaints don't go anywhere and they're not taken seriously, and the entire complaint process is just it's an absolute joke and an exercise in futility. Usually when I go to make a complaint, I don't do a formal complaint. I give it to them verbally and I ask them to write it down. I can always follow up with a formal complaint later on. And as a matter of fact, if you're going to sue them in state court, you have to give them a formal complaint within 6 months if you're going to sue them. If you're going to sue them in federal court, you're not required to do that. But I usually go in there and I usually give the complaints verbally because, I mean, they're literally not written. They're not worth the paper that they're written on. And so why take the time to write it out and put all of your points and spend 5 hours or 4 hours or 3 hours or 2 hours writing everything down, just for them to stick it in the round file and say, our officer, we found no wrongdoing. I would rather not even go through that exercise in futility. So I go in there and I give them verbal complaints. So I gave this supervisor here, who identified himself as the watch commander, and his name here is M. Lewis, Deputy M. Lewis, or Corporal M. Lewis. He's got two stripes on his arm. Corporal M. Lewis, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, and I gave him the verbal complaint.
It is a clear violation possible public recording. So the incident officer.
So he didn't write anything down. At that time, he didn't have a body camera on. They do have belt recorders. So I'm going to make the very loose assumption that he was recording me on his belt recorder. But when I followed up on this, I never got a response to my complaint. And it's their policy to respond to complaints with a disposition of the complaint. So I asked a sergeant from that station more than once, hey, where's my complaint? And he gives you the old rigmarole, hey, I don't have nothing to do with that. You need to contact Internal Affairs, blah, blah, blah. And so this is all the way back in July of 2023. To this day, I still do not have a response from the Sheriff's Department regarding my complaint. And I suspect that this corporal never actually filed my complaint. I suspect he never submitted my complaint. I don't have proof, but that's what the complaint process is for them to do an investigation and for them to decide whether or not there was any wrongdoing or whether or not there's any culpability on the officer's part. So I actually emailed their Internal Affairs Department, and they never bothered to respond to me. Great job, Sheriff Shannon Dykes. Rules for everyone except for thee. Sheriff Shannon Dykes is an iron-fisted, tyrannical ruler who likes to put people in jail for minor crimes. He likes to throw the book at, he likes to hold every single person on the planet to account for their peccadillos. Look up peccadillos. for their peccadillos. He likes to hold every single person accountable for their misdeeds, no matter how minor they are, except for his deputies, who he refers to as his sons and daughters. So if you are a citizen or not one of his deputies, you are held to account for any and all of your actions, because he is an iron-fisted tyrant. But if it's one of his sons or daughters, you get a pass. So here you saw, I just played you a very serious civil rights violation that I recorded on camera. I went to the sheriff's department to make a report about that very serious civil rights violation. And I gave my complaint verbally to the person who identified as the watch commander. And to this date, well over a year later, what are we at? A year and a half later, I have never been contacted by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department with the disposition of my complaint. So as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to grab my camcorder. I'm going to grab my SD card, and I'm going to get my battery pack. I'm going to put on my handy-dandy little First Amendment auditing uniform, my gray camouflage pants, and my black photographer's vest. And I'm going to go to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, and I'm going to follow up on my original complaint. I'm going to make a second complaint against Officer Ramos for violating my civil rights. And I'm also going to file a complaint against this corporal right here. What's his name? M. Lewis. And, well, hello, Oso, and hello, Riddle in your head. And I'm also going to file a complaint against this corporal, who I am going to say that I suspect never turned in my original complaint, which is a violation of department policy. And my goal here is not to actually get government to follow the rules, because that would just be silly. My goal there, if I went there with an expectation that I would actually make a difference and that government would actually follow their own rules and their own policies, that would be very naive of me. My intent is to show you how corrupt government is. My intent is to report on how corrupt government is, so that we can get more people and more eyes to understand that it is time for the people to intervene. It's time for the people to resist. It's time for the people to hold government accountable. It's time for the people to start supporting our First Amendment auditing community. No matter how we go about it, no matter how we do it, we're all trying to achieve the same goal, which is government accountability and transparency. And especially when we're dealing with a sheriff who is iron-fisted and wants to hold every single person to the highest standards, I think that it is only fair that we have a I think it's only reasonable to have an expectation that he would hold his deputies to the same standard that he holds the civilian population that he serves to. So that's what I'll be doing. If you ain't busy within the next couple of hours, make sure, if you're not already subbed to my main channel, which is Sheep Show, it does not have the live to it. Let me throw that in my chat here. Hey, look, there's Sheep Show. It streams here. Go to my home. Dun, 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 dun. What the hell? Here we go. Here we go. Takes me a while to copy and paste stuff. There is the link to my main channel there. And if you're not already subbed to my main channel, get on over there, give it a sub, hit the little notification bell so that when I show up at the Sheriff's Department, you can get that live stream. Thank you, Crofty. Oh, you put Oso. Well, thank you anyways, Crofty. I appreciate that. SB Sheriff are the scandalous tyrants that held River no bail hold, no bail for pepper spray. Yes, you are absolutely right. And it goes absolutely deeper than that. It's not only the sheriff's department, because I've always said this. You can't have tyranny in a law enforcement organization unless you have tyranny in the prosecutor's office and in the courthouse. They cannot go about it alone. They could not get away with it, because one or the other would hold them accountable. Either the district attorney would hold the bad officers accountable, and or the courts would hold the bad cops accountable. So you can't have tyranny without a tyrannical district attorney, and you can't have tyranny without a tyrannical and a corrupt judicial system. And we have all of that in San Bernardino County. Jason Anderson, he needs to go for his tyranny. And a lot of the judges in this criminal injustice courthouse that we have here, they need to go, and we need to replace them with people who support and defend the Constitution, who are not trying to make names for themselves, and who are not going to treat the citizens that they serve like disposable pawns on a chessboard, just so that they can further their careers and grift off of us. There are good judges out there. There are good people out there that want to serve as district attorneys and deputy district attorneys, who would put their oath to the Constitution, who would put their honor, their self-respect, and their moral compass would supersede the greed of furthering themselves in their career. Those people do exist. We need to find them. We need to get them into office. We need to get them into the DA's office. We need to get them into the courtrooms, and we need to get them into the local law enforcement agencies, so that we can start replacing some of this corruption. And an argument that I have, one of my biggest complaints to my disgusting brothers and sisters in Christ is they're blue line worshipers. They're cop suckers. Instead of worshiping Christ, they worship cops more than they worship Christ. Anything a cop says, it's scripture, in spite of the fact that most of the stuff that cops say is completely antithetical to what scripture teaches. So unfortunately, I'm out here with a bunch of stupid brothers and sisters who don't seem to understand simple theology, simple biblical theology, and they're out here worshiping law enforcement, worshiping government, when they ought to be worshiping Jesus Christ. And let me tell you something here, brothers and sisters in Christ, you can't do the same. You can't do both, okay? They're antithetical. You're either going to worship Christ and you're going to obey scripture, or you're going to worship cops and government and you're going to obey them. You can't have it both ways. So wise up, get your Bible out, dust it off, open it up again, and read what God really thinks about tyranny and oppression, and about the people that engage in tyranny and oppression. Read what he really thinks about those people, and then make a decision. Are you going to follow God's word? Are you going to follow scripture? Or are you going to bow down and kneel to and worship government and law enforcement? There you go. There's a little mini sermon right in the middle of a Wednesday afternoon. Disgusting. You guys are pissing me off. Brothers and sisters in Christ, you guys are pissing me off. You're really pissing me off. But that's all I have to say about that, folks. Also says he worked on the last DA race and Stephanie Bridget stole the election and he's got receipts. That's right. That's right. Riddle helped save Guapo. All right, Riddle. 3 cheers for Riddles. 3 cheers for Riddle. Thank you, Riddle. Thank you, so Riddle. So there was a little mini rant and a little mini Sunday sermon for you, all rolled into one. This is Sheep Show. Don't forget to watch for my live. I'm going to be, I'm going to suit up. I'm going to get my camera gear, get my rig together, take a little ride over to the Victorville post office. This is Sheep Show. I'm Born Again. Thank you so much for watching.